Girls Chat. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 4.
Episode 4, my lucky number.
Look at that. Episode 4.
Episode 4.
I'm a little wine tipsy. Just so everyone's aware, you can probably see the little purple in my teeth, purple in my tongue. Where I'm just gonna own it.
I'm not there, but I'm vibing with you.
She's vibing with me. We just finished our D&D night. This is what we do after.
This is what we do after D&D. Which I feel like tonight's D&D was good.
Thank you.
I had a fabulous time.
I am the DM.
I am Sammy. I'm a wizard. And I kind of slay the game.
Yeah.
You're a wizard, Sammy.
Oh my gosh. We've got 3 other companions. So
yes.
Party of 4, and then I'm the DM, and I think tonight I felt really engaged. Had to do a lot of characters.
Yeah, you did a good acting job with your
Thank you.
voices and all the sound effects.
I was trying.
Nailed it.
Hit the wall a couple times.
Nailed it.
Got to be a good zombie a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very much so giving Walking Dead zombie.
Hey, love a good Walking Dead zombie.
I was expecting Sophie to just walk out of the barn.
Oh my god.
And I was gonna be like, oh,
spoilers.
Sophie. If you don't know Sophie, then you definitely are not a Walking Dead fan.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry, because that was all the way back at the farm.
That was a long time ago. Though, Adam skipped that season. Yeah, I guess, because...
You can't just skip that season.
Him and his friends, people were watching it, and they were watching... It was already, on TV, season 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. And so he, on his own time, went back, watched season 1 in completion, skipped season 2, and just jumped in to where they were live. And I think it was, season 3 or season 4.
That's chaotic.
I know!
Oh, you want to hear something chaotic?
What's chaotic?
So today, Blake worked from home.
Okay.
And I was just watching him type something. This kid, when he you know how a normal person, when they start a sentence, they hit shift and, you type your capital letter. You start your sentence with a capital letter. If you're talking about a building, if you're we're to type State Farm, you hit shift, capital S.
And then it immediately goes back to lowercase.
Yeah,
super chill. He
hits cap locks every time. So he'll cap lock, hit the letter cap lock. He never touches his shift button. Ever. Never touches it. He's like, yeah, it makes the most sense to me. I'm like, you literally have to do a whole extra step.
That's whack.
It gave me major chaotic energy. Kind of gave me the ick. Thought about canceling our wedding. I'm just kidding. But I was like, what are you doing? He was like, it's just so easy for my pinky just to hit the cap locks. I'm like, it's not a trigger, or is it trigger? A trigger button?
Yeah.
Because if he games a lot. But it's okay. Love him. He's been doing better. But he just cap locks everything.
That's
and never
so
uses
weird.
His shift.
I feel like if I tried to do that, I would end up leaving caps lock on, and then my whole sentence would be
correct.
Capital, and then you'd have to go back, and it's so tedious.
Correct. The only time that I do all cap locks is if I'm yelling at someone or it's a title that needs to be all capitalized.
Sure.
I'm like, that was a big yawn.
Big yawn!
Sorry, Jenna, am I boring you?
Apparently, yeah.
I'm just kidding. But I was, yeah.
It's not 10:30 at night, it's fine.
It's fair. But it gave me major, I was like, that's disgusting.
That's really weird, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in middle school, we had keyboarding classes.
Well,
so,
also, he types like he games. He types like he games.
Okay.
His left hand is just there for support.
Yeah.
He doesn't have his hands in the middle how you're taught, and he just does everything with his right hand, and his left hand's just there for little support stuff.
Sure.
And
that's weird.
Grosses me out, but it's fine.
That's definitely chaotic energy.
It was very, very chaotic. I was definitely not a fan.
Now it makes me wonder. Now I gotta watch Adam type.
I feel like Blake's the only person on this planet
He's
that
gotta
does
be,
that.
because that seems really weird. Adam's a fast typer. There's no way. He's Gen Z.
But then, I didn't even believe him, and then, he was like, look at my keys, and you know how, the keys that use it the most, they definitely get worn or have, oil marks. The shift button looks untouched.
He doesn't even use it to,
No.
you hold it to select a bunch of things?
Apparently not. Well, because you hit control to select a bunch of things, not the shift. Right.
Well, you can do both.
Oh, that's
like,
news to
control,
me.
you do this and like this one, but shift you can collect from here to the bottom and it'll highlight everything.
I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
You're probably right. I just didn't know that. That's nice.
I was using it quite a bit earlier. I was
fair enough.
Getting together all my small business tax stuff together. Because
that's the disgusting part about tax season.
Mostly, like, today I was just focused on, like, all my expenses, like my expense receipts, crap ton of Amazon receipts. Because that's where I got, like, every cookie cutter.
Yeah.
And, like, all of my packaging, all of that I got from Amazon. So I think I had, like, for just 2023, like, 30 or 40 transactions on Amazon of pretty much either cookie cutters or cookie bags or boxes. Yeah. So, yeah, I was doing quite a bit of computer work today.
Man. Yeah.
But low-key, I'm a little excited to do my taxes this year because, like, I feel like me and Adam were better last year about, like, because since we're both technically, like, self-employed type, like, he obviously has normal W-2s from a couple of his jobs, but, like, his freelance stuff, that's all
right
our own stuff. And, like, last year, I didn't feel like we were a part of tax season. This year,
part of tax season.
We're going to be a part of it.
Gotcha.
Because I'm not dealing with an extension again. I'm not dealing with taxes being done in October.
I've gotten extensions my last 2 times. Not my fault. The one was definitely my fault, and it was just me being, like, overwhelmed, and I was like, I need an extension.
That's okay.
And then the other one was because of, like, literally I had W-2s that went missing. Like,
good.
Never got to me, and so I had to extend for that.
Was it like an address thing?
No, I just don't know if it never got shipped to me because it was a job that I no longer worked at. Like, and so I just don't know if it like never got shipped to me, or if like I don't remember and I picked like a non-paper, but then I didn't work there, so I didn't have access to like my stuff. So I had to like call the employer. It was like a whole thing.
I know. I have to figure that out with because I only worked last year like 3 months. But it'll count.
Yeah, it still counts.
So I gotta figure out. They have this address because they've mailed me something before. So hopefully they'll just send that over.
Right.
But I haven't got it yet, and January's clicking down.
It's clicking down.
So because it's January, The Bachelor season has been started.
I literally hate you for this. I do not get into these shows, and I watched this freaking episode per your request. I've only ever watched one season of The Bachelor before this, and I said I'm never going to watch it again because it's, like, the dumbest thing. It, like, makes me feel all kinds of ways. I get way too emotionally invested. Mm-hmm. Like, these people genuinely make me mad. And it's pointless. And then it's like...
It makes me so happy that you're passionate.
No, it shouldn't.
Okay, to preface, I've been watching The Bachelor, like, on and off since, like, high school. Like, Bachelor, Bachelorette, stuff like that. But, sincerely, I've been watching now. I watched the last season of The Bachelor, then The Bachelorette, then Bachelor in Paradise, and now it's back to another Bachelor. So, I'm in it.
I have only ever watched Pilot Pete, and that is it. I've never watched a Bachelorette. I've only seen Pilot Pete.
And that's why I think this is fun for me. Because, like, the dynamic of The Bachelor is the most chaotic. Like, The Bachelorette, it's better. Because it's, like, 30 guys, and they're all hot, and they're chill, and they become bros. The Bachelorette...
There's claws, man.
There are claws.
Like, and the thing about this is like, there's so many, like, there's just so many things. Like, Jess, strolling in on a boat, immediately gave me the ick.
Just to preface, could be episode 1 spoilers if you're watching this.
That's fair. My bad.
For who's out there. But just putting it out there, Bachelor, season 28, Joey...
Well, I feel like The Bachelor is also very much so either. There's people who watch it, and there's people who don't. Yeah. Like, there's not people that just are like, oh, I'm just going to start watching this mid-season. I feel like that does not exist.
You can't do that. You cannot do that.
I feel like everyone's just like, oh my gosh, I love The Bachelor. This is what I live and breathe and bleed for. And other people are like, ew, The Bachelor.
Yeah. It's definitely, like, it's a polarizing show. I don't watch it because I love it, but I watch it because it's so fun.
No.
And, like, personally, since I've watched the past couple seasons, The Bachelor this season, Joey, he finished in second place last season on The Bachelorette with Charity season. And that man was so sweet. He was the most different man out of the whole group. Like, I could not hardly stand any of the guys in Charity season, except for a couple. Like, I like who Charity ended up choosing. They're fine. They look cute together. He's very tall and she's very petite, so it's like, overall a cute vibe.
Yeah.
But Joey, he just, like, he would give the most intimate eye contact. Like, it's just so, he's staring into your soul.
I feel that.
Like, I don't know how he's going to pull that off in this season when he has to be on for every single girl.
Well, there's just so many things. It's like the same kind of thing how I cannot watch a film when, like, people intentionally hurt other people's feelings, and, like, I literally have to tap out, because I don't know if it gives me, like, freaking flashbacks to high school or what. And, like, it's the same thing with the show. I hate watching people just be mean, crude, and nasty to each other.
Yeah.
Jess gave me the ick when she came in on the boat. Gave me the ick during their conversation. Gave me extra ick when they kissed. And they gave me the most mega ick. No, I lied. Not the most mega. Gave me also very high ick when she was like, yeah, I kissed him. And then gave me excruciating ick when she came in and interrupted their conversation. I said, ma'am, what are we doing? You had your time. You kissed. You rubbed everyone's nose in it. And then you're trying to come back out and do that again? And then the two girls that are sisters, they're sisters. What?
The sisters thing, don't understand.
And it gives me the energy of when that one is a Vine or TikTok who's like, it was the Wicked Witch of the West. And she goes, they were sisters. She came down in a bubble.
Dog? Oh my god,
like,
same
it gives
energy.
me that energy. And I'm like, ugh. Now Daisy, love Daisy. I think she's great.
Daisy's super cute.
So far, she's getting great vibes.
She's pretty popular on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, I started following her on TikTok. She seems super chill. Like, obviously she can't give any spoilers or anything.
Right.
She seems really chill. I like her vibe. And, like, she is already she feels more down to earth because I'm seeing her on TikTok. And, like, I went back and watched some of her old ones, too, just to see if she's, like, changed from her new ones. And, like, yeah, she's super chill.
Well, it's just, like, people be too much. People have claws. People be, like, such malicious intent.
Yeah.
Like, girls are not there. I mean, most girls are not there to be nice. Like, they are strictly and like, when I was dating Blake, like, started dating Blake, I was dating 3 other guys, and that was too much for me.
Right.
I can't imagine dating that many. And I mean, and when I say dating, like, I was just going on dates and talking. Sure. I wasn't, like, in exclusive relationships.
Of course,
yeah.
Of course. Just to clarify.
Just to clarify, we were just having a good time,
hanging out. Nothing too crazy. I mean, definitely, The Bachelor, it's its own world. It's not of this world. It's a different world.
It's
like the first episode had 32 women, and 6 got eliminated. So, like, they're still, like, what is that math? 20.
Don't ask me.
Or 26.
Sure.
Because 32 minus 6 is 26, because that makes sense.
Sure.
Because the 2 is like 12 and the 6 is like 6, and 6 plus 6 is 12. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Come on! So.
It's just girl math.
It's girl math.
When I spend cash, it's not real money.
It's not real money. It's girl math.
Stuff that I don't actually. It's free money.
It's free. Yeah.
Cash is free money. We
did that. Not to, like, fully move away from the Bachelor topic, but side note.
We'll be back.
The playoffs in football are happening.
Yes.
And apparently I care.
Oh.
I don't know why I care. I don't know if it's the media with the whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. I'm not even a Swiftie. But something about it, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And so on Sunday, I think, the Chiefs, which is who Kelsey plays for.
Yes.
and the Bills were playing.
Yes.
And I had to watch it. Luckily, I was able to log into Paramount Plus with my mother's information.
Nice.
So I was able to watch it. And the reason I got there is because we ordered pizza and we used cash. And that's girl math for
It was like free pizza.
Free pizza to watch Taylor Swift and her boyfriend.
It's horrible. Like, I used to be very much so, like, I like to use cash because it's harder to hand over cash.
That's a very true thing.
And, like, it's harder to hand over, like, $100 than to, like, just swipe a card. But then I'm like, but I always look at my bank account, and, like, my cash isn't in my bank account. It's already gone. So if I'm in a good spot for my bank account, this is just free money.
Yeah. Dude, I actually last night had nightmares.
Oh, no. Well, that's not great.
About my bank account.
Every day of my life. I mean, I still only exclusively use self-checkout from fear of how many times my card got rejected in high school. And I'm like, I refuse to. I mean, it's never been rejected since I've gotten an actual big girl job. But it's like, still, I mean, have you ever been checking out someplace and swiping and then be like, yeah, you don't have enough money? And I'd be like, solid.
You know, personally, I don't know if that ever happened to me, but I've been going to self-checkout since I was able to go shopping. You know, but specifically last night, I can't even remember the nightmare. But, like, I woke up thinking that I forgot to put money in, like, my checking and my automatic payments, like our gas bill and our electric bill weren't going to get paid. And I was so panicked. But, like, I woke up, checked everything. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's literally
fine.
Always
is.
But I really, man.
I guess I should say always is. I know there's been times.
It should be.
Where
it always should be.
Yeah, there was one time recently where I, like, made a payment on my credit card. Because I pay my credit card off personally, like, every month.
Yeah.
The one that I use, like, I spend instead of using, like, my actual money, and then, yeah.
Sure. I got you.
So I made my credit card payment, and then there was, like, a glitch in the system or something, and it took out double the credit card payment. Which my credit card payment, like, I pay it off with the money that's in my bank account.
Sure.
Like that I would have used at, like, normal every day.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so either who. So, like, I did not have enough to make double the payment on my credit card. And then I, like, went in there just, like, for some reason I just had a gut feeling. I was like, I should check my bank account.
Yeah.
And then it was, like, negative, like, 400 something. And I was like, okay. So I pulled from my savings, threw it in there. Because I was like,
just in case.
Yeah, and then I called. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's, like, our issue. We've been having that happen. Like, that's happened a lot to people. And I'm, like, just saying, I was like, okay, well, like, a heads up could have been somewhat nice. Like, I just, like, had a full-fledged moment.
An email, anything.
Anything being like, hey, we're having a glitch happening or whatever. But they gave me my money back.
That's
and then,
good.
like, they took away, like, because, I don't know, at least my bank account, when you take a transfer, like, out of your savings, it's, like, a ding for the month. Like, you can only do it so many times.
Oh, really?
And I was like, it's, like, to keep you from taking money out of your savings. Like, you can only do it, like, 6 times a month, I think.
Oh, okay.
So I was
honestly,
like,
probably really smart.
It is. It's nice. But I was like, yeah, I want my ding back because of...
Yeah,
otherwise I
that's not fair.
it.
Yeah.
But either way,
yeah.
But I was like, spooky.
Money, man. It's
always
whack.
so spooky. Seeing the negative in any of your accounts, I'm like,
back up. Reach. Yeah. No.
Recheck how this happened.
Yeah.
Run the numbers.
Oh my gosh. But anyway.
I hate you for making me watch The Bachelorette.
You hate me?
I don't hate you.
That's so cruel.
I don't hate you, but I'm annoyed. I'm not really actually annoyed. I just hate that I'm watching it.
But I love that we can have this dynamic about it.
Is it a dynamic?
It's a
I
great
feel like
dynamic.
it just gives me anger.
You know?
Because I don't know why girls have to be so mean. Why are girls so mean?
I feel like you're really sitting on the situation with Jess, and you're not thinking about all the other
But not
adorable
even
women.
the sister. She been swooping in, and then the other sister also has some kind of toot about her. And then there's
what's messed up is that the producers obviously knew that they were sisters, and
literally they got the thing, and they're like, this would be interesting.
Yeah,
that's literally
it's just drama.
But, like, if one of them won and got married to him, that'd be the most weirdest thing.
That's the thing, though. It won't happen.
Right, it won't. But that'd be the weirdest dynamic of, like,
yeah.
Oh, we also dated and made out, and we had feelings for each other, and that's just always going to be a big elephant in the room.
Like, I foresee both of them leaving on the same episode.
Honestly.
Like, I don't know how he's gonna keep them both. Honestly, I'm a little like,
personally, if
Joey, what are you doing?
if I were him, as soon as I found out that they were sisters, I'd been like, boat it off the island.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, not happening.
I am surprised he didn't just make them both leave. He's granted, they're both from Pennsylvania, which is where he's living now. Like, he lived in Honolulu, but I think his family is from Pennsylvania. So, like, he probably sees that as, like, compared to some of the other women, they're already close to home. They get the Philly vibe. They're giving Pennsylvania.
They're giving Philly.
the vibe. I don't know how. And I know you didn't quite finish the episode. Is it okay if I spoil-ish?
Honestly, I couldn't care less. I have like 20 minutes left.
Yeah, so, well, during the rose ceremony, he gives the first rose to Allison, which is the younger sister. The one
That
with
was the
pink.
first impression rose?
Not the first impression.
Oh, okay.
The first rose of the night. The first impression rose happens still during cocktail hour.
Oh,
I'll let you watch that, and
Okay.
we'll talk about that next time. Because you're going to watch the season.
Woof. Alright.
Girly.
I watched Pilot Pete, and it ended so stupidly.
But this is so fun, and then you get to watch them go to places, and it's fun.
How is that fun for you?
Because it's like, it's lovey and
It
cute.
gives me like anxiety stomach cramps.
Yeah, it's awful.
I
Okay, but
I
what
don't
else
resonate.
will you be watching on TV right now?
Harry Potter.
You've watched that 1,000 times,
And it's a
sister.
it's comfort. I'll watch The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings.
Look at Pandora. She just plopped onto that now.
She is so cute.
So cute.
She's a bud.
Anyway, so, okay, first rose of the night goes to Allison,
That's
right?
so stupid.
So then, you know, all the drama, the cuts of like, I didn't even get to talk to him. She gets a rose, and like, just a whole bunch of stuff.
People didn't even get to talk to him?
Some of them, yeah. That's the thing. So, like, he doesn't even...
Well, and then
That's
you got
what's
freaking
the drama.
Jess literally talking to him twice.
That's the drama of it. Because literally, there's one girl, I think her name was Evelyn.
I quit.
No!
I quit.
You have to watch it! We need content! Unless you're gonna watch a Next Level Chef. Those are the 2 reality shows I'm watching right now.
I feel like Next Level Chef would give me more anxiety because that's like people's careers and lives. This is just
Kind of. Next
love.
Level Chef is fun though, because have I told you about this?
Mm-mm.
So it's premiering next week, so it hasn't quite started yet. The host is Gordon Ramsay, which we love Gordon Ramsay. We love Gordon Ramsay.
Okay, he also gives me stomach cramps. He's so mean to people.
Back in the day, he was.
Is he nicer now?
Now he's much nicer.
Is he though?
He's
He's super nice to kids. Love that. But
He's
he
much
gets
nicer
so...
now. Next Level Chef is not Hell's Kitchen. Next Level Chef is a fun, comforting show. Gordon Ramsay is
that
zaddy.
what Teenie was on?
Yes, that's what Teenie was
I
on.
like Teenie.
Teenie's great.
I've thought about watching her season just strictly to watch Teenie.
It's a good season.
Teenie's just freaking cute.
It's great. It's so good because, like, so you get all chefs from different ranges. You've got just home chefs. You have social media chefs like Teenie was, and then you have professional chefs. So the group of people are 3 different ranges anyway. So it's their career, but also is it like home chefs? Like, just a mom just cooking for their kids, and she just is really good.
Right. But like they go on shows like that to try to make something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very true. But like Next Level Chef, the premise is they've built this set to where there are 3 different levels of kitchens. You've got a basement kitchen, a mid-level kitchen, and then a top-tier kitchen. And like the basement kitchen has crappy equipment, the ovens aren't regulated temp-wise, like just crappy cooking conditions. Mid-level, pretty simple. You got a lot of the homeware cooking stuff.
Yeah.
And then top tier is like any kitchen tool you want to use, we got it. Best stuff in the world, right?
Yeah.
So during each episode, the chefs are basically randomly selected for the most part for which kitchen they'll be a part of. But they're all expected to give top tier dishes. And so the judges at first don't necessarily know.
This isn't adding up.
What do you mean?
Like, how is that fair?
That's the point! Because you should, no matter what level you're on, you should still be able to give a top tier dish.
But like, not true. But then, like, the people who have, like, the best kitchen have to do...
But they still fail.
They only have to put, like, in 50% of the work.
They still fail. But it's also part of it, which makes it fun. So there's a elevator, if you will, of food. Mm-hmm. So you get 30 seconds to grab whatever ingredients you want to cook with. You got 30 seconds, and then the platform's going to drop to the next level. So it starts on the top tier.
So the bottom one gets the leftover pickings?
Yes, but sometimes they still win, and then the next episode they get to move to the top tier. It's so fun. Like, it's not your average cooking show.
This doesn't sound fun.
Dude, you would like it. It's a competition!
Like anxiety. A competition stressed me out.
Okay, well,
competitions like that where there's, like, the clear advantage. That's a clear advantage.
Well, that's the point.
Oh, my gosh.
But then they also, like Gordon will be the
mentor,
advisor,
okay.
Yeah, for one of the rooms. So, like, one episode, he'll be the mentor for the basement, and the other two chefs will be, on the middle or the high. But then the next week, he might be working in the middle chef with those people. So it's, like, it's all around, like, they still get help from professional chefs to, like, it's a really good show. Me and Adam have watched the past 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. Like, the first season and the second season. Like, it's a new show.
Yeah.
It's actually quite fun. Can't you tell? I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, you're very... Well, you also know, I don't really watch shows.
We don't either. It's just...
I am a movie gal. I like background noise. I like comfort movies. I like stuff that I know what's going to happen. I like stuff that's not going to induce anxiety onto me.
See, and I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. But maybe just make Blake watch it with you and then, like, push all of your anxieties onto him. Because, like, it's
but
just
he gets that in everyday life.
Well, that's fine then. He's used to it. He can handle it.
Blake has been, because for some reason, I have gotten into slightly Seinfeld, and Blake is
that's fun.
Freaking out about it. And so now,
like he's happy about it?
So happy. He thinks it's, like, the coolest thing in the world. Every night he's like, can we just watch one episode of Seinfeld? I just want to watch one episode of Seinfeld. I think it's just so great. This is, like, my dream life, that I'm watching Seinfeld with you right now. Like, he will not shut up about it.
That's so cute, though.
It's cute, but then I'm like, I almost feel like I want to stop watching Seinfeld, because if you're making it not enjoyable anymore.
Don't do that.
You put so much pressure on.
I get that. I think I said it in last week's episode. Seinfeld is a big Clark family, like, show.
Yeah.
So, like, almost any dinner with his parents, you can guarantee there's at least one Seinfeld, like, reference.
Although, I mean, it is good. Kramer, before I started really watching Seinfeld, I had seen a couple of episodes, and he had always been my favorite, but, like, my gosh, his animations kill me.
Yeah. He's
just the most animated guy ever, and it's just great. And then I didn't realize, like, what got him, like, canceled, and that's brutal.
I was about to ask if you knew.
I know now, because I was like, Kramer, and Blake was like, yeah, you kind of destroyed his career, and I was like, oh. Yeah. But he was on an episode of Curb, apparently, and they played off of it, like...
Curb?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I don't think I know that
Or
show.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I don't think I know what that is.
It's also a really, in my opinion, dumb show, but it is funny.
Is it like a Comedy Central kind of?
I don't know necessarily. I want to say it's like Blake would know. It's like the same guys from Seinfeld do it, and it's like, it's funny, it's dumb. I've seen like a few episodes of it.
Look it up.
I've seen a few episodes of it, but apparently there was an episode where they like played off of that, and he was on there, and they like played off of that like whole thing, that whole horrible thing that he did. Oh! Yeah. Is it Curb?
It's Curb. It is Curb. Yeah, Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's got, Larry David.
Yeah.
Who is the co-creator of Seinfeld.
Yes.
Yes, I have heard of this. I have not watched it, but I do know now what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I mean, and some of the episodes are really funny. Blake likes to watch it, but, like, I can't sit down and watch too many of those episodes because I feel like I literally lose brain cells.
Sometimes comedy is just a little too much for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, the other day, I was in my office here, just working away. I think I was editing this, and Adam was out here and working on his laptop, and he asked, like, what do you want on the TV? And I'm like, I'm gonna be back there, put whatever you want on. And he put on, like, a stand-up comedian, and I don't know which one he put on, but every time I walked out, he would pause it.
So it wasn't a good one.
So it's just like, he knows that I'll get, like,
The ick.
Maybe triggered, I don't know, depending.
Yeah. Well, some people, like, I get it's comedy, but some people, they say the most offensive, horrible, off-the-wall things.
And that's the thing, it's shock humor. And I try and, like, have understanding, because Adam really likes shock humor, and sometimes it is funny. Like, sometimes they say things, and you're like, wow, they really said that, and you can laugh.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like, taking it just too far. That I don't need it. Yeah. I don't need that in my life.
Like, I don't necessarily judge or dislike necessarily, like, I realize that that's their job, and
sure.
I realize that kind of humor is appealing to people, and, like, I don't think it's necessary, like, some people, I think, get too offended. Like, if it's not something that you like, then just don't listen or watch it. But that's their career, and some people do like that.
Yeah.
And that's comedy, and that's kind of what you're signing up for, to your ears to hear.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't get...
You have to have some understanding. Yeah,
definitely. But then there's definitely some stuff where it's like, okay, that wasn't comedy at all. You took that way too far. But
yeah.
I don't know. It's trying to find that balance of understanding, because Blake really likes the off-the-wall shock humor. And sometimes, and I'm just like, I don't find that funny. Or, like, sometimes I'll laugh, and he's like, you're laughing, so you think it's funny. I'm like, I'm laughing because I don't know what else to do right now.
Right. Oh, my gosh.
Like, that just was so alarming to me. I just don't even know what else to do with myself.
Yeah, it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, he doesn't listen to comedy that much, but he knows now it's like, that's a you time. I don't need to be a part of this.
Right.
Like, I like John Mulaney. John Mulaney's great. And, like, I used to listen to Bo Burnham, and, like, there's several comedians that I'm like, yeah. Tom Segura, love him. He's hilarious. All of them, though, you know.
Tim Hawkins, love him.
Tim Hawkins, for sure, 10 out of 10.
I literally will still sometimes watch, like, his older stuff, because
he still tours.
I know. I just find him still so funny to me.
He had some really good little songs.
And it's just like it's wholesome comedy. Like, it's never like dragging people through the dirt or anything. It's just wholesome.
Yeah. I get that.
Or it just is like religious trauma that I resonate with. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Super true. Super true.
Mm-hmm. We
saw John Mulaney live 2 days before Adam's brother's wedding. Back in 2022. Yeah, literally 2 days at the Schuster Center, John Mulaney. Which it was actually, like, that show was really good because it was just story time of him basically telling the story of how he finally went to rehab that was actually good for him, and now how he's, like, sober and he has a kid and everything's great now. And that's what became his newest special, which I think is on Netflix. And, like, genuinely seeing him live, I laughed so much more than just watching it on TV. And I think that's also a factor with comedy. Like, there's some TikTok comedians that I really like. Mm-hmm. But, like, seeing them live, I feel like it's just different. I don't know.
Have you seen the comedian, I don't know his name, I think I've mentioned it before to you, who, like, uses auto-tune when he does his bits? He, like, sings everything, but it's all auto-tune.
Is he, like, an older guy and wears, like, floral t-shirts?
No.
Oh, then I'm not sure.
He's, like, he's younger, but, like, and then he makes the crowd will, like, sing back to him. Well, they'll, like, sing, but it's auto-tune.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know why, but I find him funny. And so funny that I don't even know his name. I just know him as the auto-tune guy. So
you have to see some of his TikToks,
but
sure.
he cracks me up.
Like, we saw Jeff Arcuri. Like, I don't know if you've seen him.
I'm sure I have. I don't know names. I don't take time to know names.
His TikToks are really funny because his TikToks specifically are of his shows, but he's doing a lot of crowd work. Mm-hmm. So, like, he'll ask a question and try and get the crowd to interact. And we actually got to see him in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And genuinely, his whole show was pretty much audience work. And he was just able to, like, work off of the stories that were told. And then it reminded him of something in his life, and he was just such a good on-the-fly type of comedian.
If I were ever to attempt to be a comedian, that would be the kind of comedian I'd have to be. I'm not good at, like, coming up with, like how
written jokes and
stuff.
stuff.
I'm very much so. I'm, like, quick on my feet in interactions.
Yeah.
I need an interaction.
Like, it was honestly a really, really fun show. Specifically, I'm remembering one part that he was, like, shocked by. I can't remember, like, the prompt why he asked the audience, but it was something having to do with, like, HR, like, at work.
Mm-hmm.
And this girl got in trouble with HR because she was, I believe, she was eating a popsicle. Like, it was during the summer, like, fully eating a popsicle, and she, like, made eye contact with, like, a male coworker. And then she was, like, brought into HR, and it was pure, like, they were popsicles for the office. Like everyone could have had a popsicle. Yeah, and it was, like, she was with, like, a whole group of people that she worked with.
Mm.
So all these people were, like, chiming in with the story, and Jeff, or Curry, he was just, like, it was just so good. Like, yeah, it really was a good live show, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the one time I ever went to, like, an actual, like, a comedy club or something, like, me and Blake went for, like, a dinner, and I, like, I stole a comedian's punchline on complete accident, and he was like, well, I guess it's a pretty basic joke if the audience can take the punchline.
Did you say it out
like,
loud?
He got, like, annoyed at me, and I was like, I am so sorry, I didn't mean to.
I was
just trying to be trying to be helpful.
Oh my god, what was the joke?
It was something, he was like, oh, anyone ever used, like, Axe body spray? And Blake was like, yeah. And I was like, literally, you've never used Axe body spray in your life. And he was like, well, he wanted to be a part of the show.
Sure, of course.
So he said, yeah. And then the guy was like, well, he goes, there's been actual studies shown that, like, it causes brain damage or something. I was like, well, that explains a lot. And he goes, thanks for just taking my punchline. I was like, okay, that was a pretty basic punchline if that's what you were getting at. Like, I was just trying to dig on Blake, but either I didn't say anything else the rest of the time. I was like, my bad, so sorry.
Ooh, brutal. Yeah.
I didn't want to get cussed out.
You remember what
heckling.
comedian that was?
No, he's like, it was just a random.
Just a local type.
Yeah,
gotcha.
it was just
well, then that was a weak joke anyway.
That's what I thought, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I wasn't expecting.
You ruined his night.
He seemed bitter, and I was like, I wasn't trying to.
See, and that's the thing. Like, a good comedian would, like, work off of that.
Yeah.
I feel like someone, like, a little more who does a lot of shows, maybe.
But he, like, most definitely got, like, annoyed, and then I was just like,
eek. What you were asking us questions.
You asked us questions, and I was just trying to be funny. I get it. That's your job. So sorry.
We're goofy gals.
But I thought we could all kind of participate together.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, it was something.
Yeah.
It was something.
We've really not seen a lot of live comedians. Like, we've seen, like I said, John Mulaney.
You've seen more than me.
I think I've seen 3.
For, like, ones that are, like people know the names of, I've literally only seen Tim Hawkins.
You saw Tim Hawkins live?
3 times.
Whoa! I didn't know that. I've only seen his, like, DVDs.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen him
Yeah,
live.
I've been to, like,
I don't think.
I've been to, like, 3 shows.
That's really cool. No. Who came to the church?
Oh, for, like, Upward? Was it one of the Upward banquets?
I remember...
We had a comedian come to the Upward banquet thing.
Signing DVDs.
Yeah, I think that was the Upward banquet.
Oh.
It was one of the Upward banquets. It was like there's like a comedian, magician guy. It was like a whole thing, and yeah, he definitely signed DVDs.
Man, that's
But it wasn't Tim Hawkins. But yeah, I totally have this. It was the year that we got the blue duffel bags. As if I got mine signed.
Wow.
By him.
Dude, I'm just like, I'm having such memories.
Why is that a
really
core memory? I don't know why that's a core memory of mine.
Dude, because I'm remembering, oh yeah, there was someone there. Did Tim Hawkins visit our church?
No,
he wouldn't have visited our church.
Remember when Jump 5 visited our church?
I think that's what I'm been thinking of.
Or then what was the group? I literally cannot for the life of me think of it. And I tried to look it up recently multiple times.
I think Jump 5 is what I'm thinking of.
Well, it was Jump 5, and then DC Talk also came.
Yes.
And then, but do you remember, it was in the hangar, there was a group of 3, it was 2 girls, 1 boy, and they would play them all... My beat. And they would play them all the time in, like, the kids stuff. And it was, they would do Footloose, like, all the time. And they would do, like, covers. And they came to our church, played at the hangar. And there was, like, meet and greets. I remember my cousin came with me. I got stuff signed by them. And I cannot remember for the life of me what their name was. It was 2 girls and 1 boy. He was blonde. He was cute. I had a huge crush on him. And he did, like...
And that was not a part of Jump 5.
It was not a part of Jump 5. But literally, I have Jump 5 DVD in my car.
In your car?
Like, yeah.
Why do you still have that?
Because I jam out to it.
Still?
Yeah.
Girl, that's like 20 years old at least.
Uh-huh.
Whoa. I can't handle that.
It's so good. I still listen to it.
Maybe like 17 years old.
Yeah.
That's whack. I used to.
Do you hear it getting louder?
Oh my god, don't. I'm trying to remember who you're talking about, though.
And I can't for the life. I had a poster of them, I remember. And they did, I remember.
Synergy?
Oh my gosh!
Synergy!
Hold up, I think that's it.
Synergy! I think you're
right!
right!
I can't reach. Hold on.
Because I remember bringing my friend from elementary, Destiny.
Yes.
You know Destiny?
Yes.
I brought her. And they signed something in one of the rooms of the hangar. Man,
yes.
you are not going to understand any of this, but I hope that you're here for the ride. Because this is some deep...
This is deep
stuff. Like, back when we were like, what, 10, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah.
Thank you for being here with us. You're so sweet. I wish I had a sponsor to put in right here, but I don't. So let's just pretend that we are sponsored. And
but I
thank
think
you for watching.
I think they're so non-existent.
Because the energy was wrong.
Yes.
It was spelled weird. In RG. It was like.
Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can find it.
Because it was wrong. It was spelled wrong, and I was so confused about the spelling of the word energy.
Yes.
Or was it energy, not synergy? Was it energy?
I don't think it was energy. See, I can't. But, like, I literally tried to remember.
Search NRG Christian group. Or something.
NRG Christian group. Okay, let's see.
Because it was spelled weird. We don't have any religious trauma.
But I remember, like, it used to be a whole thing.
Yeah. No, that you said that now.
I found it!
What is it?
Pure energy.
Pure energy! Yes! Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess I probably can't play this.
Can't play the whole thing, but like.
But yes, remember they.
Oh my gosh. That is such a hidden archive memory.
But I remember I had a crush on that kid.
Dude. I wonder where they are now.
Dude, probably drug addicts. I don't know. Maybe not.
Maybe
not.
one of them.
Yeah, pure energy, but yeah, NRG.
Because NRG, it was spelled wrong, and I was so confused because I was just a little kid in elementary school. It had to be elementary for us because I remember bringing Destiny.
Yes. And
we were only friends in elementary.
And I mean, because I was young.
Yeah.
Like, but that was my first concert, easy.
Dang.
Like, my first, like, real concert was, like, One Direction, but, like, that was, like, my first, yeah.
My first real concert was Tim McGraw and
Whoa.
Faith Hill together.
Wow.
But my friends, her dad was, like, working, like, a part of, like, the team to put it together at whatever venue. So we actually got to meet them. Like,
cool.
I think we got to, like, go under the stage and meet them. But I was, like, 8. So
Nice.
I really don't remember it. But I remember that happening. And I had our VIP lanyard on, like, inside my closet, like, on the hooks for my scarves. Like, in my, childhood bedroom for years.
I love that for you.
I don't think I still have them.
I love that for you.
If I did, they'd be in my parents' house.
That's fair.
But
that's fair.
that was with Morgan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I remember Jump 5 because they were doing like aerials and like legit things, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. But also, I love Jump 5 at the moment.
It's so interesting to look at like how churches exist now, because like although like we're not a part of that church now.
No, not that church.
Not that church. But from what I gather from knowing people who go there, like they don't bring in people. Like there's not fun things that happen like after VBS, like bringing in a magician for the evening and
right,
you know, the upward things, bringing in some show to do, and like bringing in musical guests. That just does not happen at all anymore.
At the church we go to now, they definitely do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it gave me nostalgia from like my childhood church before it got traumatic.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
get you.
Yeah, before, yeah.
We had the same experience.
Yeah, so it gave me nostalgia of that and like what I felt like church was like, you know, the family. We're all there for the same reason.
Yeah.
We're all there, you know, to get closer in our relationship and all that. Like, that's the kind of vibe that we have now with our current church.
That's awesome.
And they do stuff like that. Like, they still do fun stuff. They cater to, like, other things and try to pull people in and bring people in.
Yeah.
Not like what
that church like
turned
now.
into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy because, like, I mean, even that church, like, I'm not name dropping, but, like, the whole Christmas celebration that they used to do, that
pulled so many people in.
So many people.
Such a huge iconic thing, and
it's just gone.
Which is insane, because that was such a big part of our childhood.
It was huge.
And, like, it feels like a different lifetime. But I remember being underneath in the basement. You know, we would have freaking hot dogs that were cut like squids. We would sit around playing Mancala. There'd be Veggie Tales playing, and we would all be playing, you know, like Tarzan, then like the Monkey Man swinging from a rubber band, or the bubble gum, or like all the different things. Do you remember all that? It was great. And then
that just struck a chord, man.
I know, it was so good. And then they had the little one that they got just for us.
Yeah.
And then it's just all gone. I was so excited to be an adult and be in like the big one.
Yeah.
And then all gone.
All gone.
But yeah, and we would do multiple performances in the night. We were like, we were stars.
We were stars!
We were stars.
Dang, I forgot about the Mancala.
I know.
I remember, I have a deep feeling, a memory of that.
I'm playing Mancala.
Dang.
Yeah, I got a Mancala set for Christmas strictly because of I love to play it during that whole time.
Man, so many memories, man.
So many memories.
This episode got very, like, reminiscent.
It did. They'd bring us snacks, and it'd be in those really crappy old, like, cups. It was great times. Can you that was our lifetime, though. It seems so long ago.
It seems like it doesn't exist. Like,
No,
our kids will not have experiences like that.
No.
Like, even if, like, a church like the one you go to now has special things, they don't, like, that sort of thing.
That. That was such a big deal. That was such a big deal. And I still cannot wrap my head around how they just got rid of it.
And now they don't even have the tree.
And I know.
Even if they wanted to bring it back, they couldn't. Unless they bought a new one.
They fully got rid of it?
Yeah. Within the past 5 years, I think so.
We would all stand behind the curtain, all super quiet, waiting for, and then the Hallelujah chorus at the end.
That was Christmas.
That was Christmas. I think that's why Christmas always, not that specifically.
Sure. But as we
one
get
of the reasons
older,
why it was so magical to me.
Yeah.
I mean, everything about it. And I mean, it was such a big deal. People came from,
everywhere.
To come
like,
to see
I'm pretty sure Adam has said that him and his maybe not his whole family, but people he knew went to it.
Yeah, because it was ginormo. And you remember when they would have the clown come in and we'd have a lock-in, and it was like, and we would all stay the night. It was when my grandmother...
midnight.
Yeah. I don't remember. But my grandmother, when she ran kids area still.
Yeah.
And it was just...
Yeah. It's crazy to think about that.
It's great because, I mean, we're only 25. It's not like it was really that long ago.
But still.
But it feels like it was forever ago.
It doesn't feel real.
It does not feel real. Chills. Literal chills.
Seriously.
Literal chills.
And that's what's so fun about, like, us knowing each other for this long is, like...
We have so many same memories.
We do. Like,
yeah.
We are picturing, like, in this little part of our brain, like, we're picturing the exact same place, the exact same moments, feelings, putting on the green turtlenecks and the boys wear the red or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
they wear those scarves and gloves.
Yeah!
Sit around in a circle. Do you hear what I hear?
Oh man, that's so crazy.
Or the, oh my gosh, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, whatever.
I referenced that. Oh, what were we talking about? Oh, so for Christmas, specifically this year, Adam got it's a snow shovel, but it has wheels. Okay. So, like, you don't have to fully dig and throw and dig and throw.
All right.
Which, like, at first glance, like, to me,
cool.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit longer. You don't have to do that much effort.
Right.
And I'm like, that's great. He was not so excited about it.
Oh.
Because it seemed lazy to him. It just seemed like maybe this is a product for older people.
Well, we have a snowblower, so...
Sure.
So we're definitely lazy.
Like, he just felt like this is a product that maybe he could have got a better Christmas gift instead of this.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
So, because my husband, sweet husband, loves his Legos, like, he would have much rather his family members spent money on Legos than this.
That's fair.
So, finally, because we got snow last week, he got it out of the box, put it together, and I was like, just try it. He's, like, complaining this whole time. And I literally started, like, singing, it's the thought that counts!
Yeah, whatever. It's the thought that counts. Well, you could do better. It's the thought that counts, but they haven't got a clue. They keep giving me the thought that counts the blues.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, the fact that we still remember
that.
It's so iconic.
Oh, but... yeah, so I was humming it to him and singing it to him, and he just, like, it didn't register for him, which is obviously okay.
Yeah.
But then we got outside in the snow. He was shoveling the driveway, and honestly, it's great.
Right.
Like, I ended up using it, like, the next day. It snowed even more, like, the next day, and we were about to drive my car, and it was, like, kind of time to go. And I'm like, let me just quickly do this, let you finish, because he had to render a video or whatever.
Yeah.
And get it sent off. And so I went out there, dude, it's too easy. Like, obviously a snowblower would be, like, pristine, but this is, like, you don't have to lift. I mean, it's on wheels. Like, you just go and it moves the snow. Like, it kind of, it's gotten caught a little bit on, like, the seam of, like, the concrete.
Yeah.
But you just, back up a second and then, like, it's to me, so nice. Yeah. I'm loving it.
Nice.
He likes it a little, but he still felt like he needed a finish with the actual snow shovel. I'm like, fine, you do you, but if I have to shovel, I'm using that.
Right.
It's got wheels.
It's got wheels.
So, but yeah, that song literally, like, it's the thought that counts. Like, chill. Like, but, man, Living Christmas Tree, absolutely iconic.
It was so good.
Man.
I just still cannot believe that. I mean, and it took months of preparation.
Like, I'm pretty sure we started in, October? Or, like, at least...
Probably.
Yeah.
And, like, and all the adults, too. And it was, like, it was an all-inclusive thing, the Living Christmas Tree.
The kids, the adults.
Man. That's the kind of stuff that I miss.
Yeah.
And then, like...
It was just such a good... like, service worship.
Oh, it was so, and like, and it got people who didn't attend church on a regular basis to come to church.
And not just for the Christmas Eve service. This was for a different service.
Correct. It was not the Christmas Eve service.
And it, definitely still, it still gave you the gospel, still gave you the story.
Yep.
With a little bit of extra Christmas fun.
Yeah.
But still, you learned something. And then by the end, you were praising Jesus.
Yeah. It was a light show. It was a huge tree. It was people singing in a tree. It was
so cool.
So cool. Logan, my brother, broke his thumb. Jesus broke his thumb at one of them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the little child Jesus, who was played by a younger boy, pushed him off stage and he landed on his thumb and broke his thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan always was like, Jesus broke my thumb.
No.
But
man.
So many memories with that.
It's like, to me, it's just kind of sad because now all that church does for Christmas is a Christmas Eve service, and they put a bunch of fake Christmas trees on their stage, do a 30-minute total service.
It's incredibly sad, especially for the pastor who was there when the living Christmas tree was such a big...
like, they were a part of it.
And it's makes me very sad.
Yeah. It's hard, and that's what's hard, like, knowing people that still go there and, like, still love that church and worship at that church, and it's like, I get it from one aspect. You don't want change. Like, you don't want to fully find a whole new church family.
But that whole place is all change.
It's all change, and it's never going to be the way that it was.
I haven't stepped foot in that church in so long. I can still picture the layout of when I was there last, and I doubt it's not the same.
Probably not.
Like,
Have you
remember
been there since the kids area was different?
Nope.
Dude, it would break your heart.
Can you walk in, turn right, go down like the brick glass to the staircase?
You can still do that.
You have the hall there with 2 classrooms. Then you get the 2 baby classrooms there, a hall straight back with all the kids' classrooms.
That downstairs area, I truly don't remember what it looks like now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, like, when you walk into the lobby, you can still go straight to the sanctuary. When you go right, like, there is that stairwell for sure where the clear glass is, and then there's the area to go to the fellowship hall. But then the area over that way that used to lead to, like, the offices, completely different. Like,
I think I have seen it when that was different, but the big kids area room had not changed yet.
Like the kids area sanctuary?
Yeah.
That's fully gone. Like, that's not there anymore. And, like, the underground,
where
all those classrooms are, all that's gone.
I used to know that church literally, like, the back of my hand. Like, everywhere in that church.
It's so different now. It's so sad. Because, like, I feel like the whole big new thing that they did, which is now, like, 10 years ago?
Was it a rock wall or something? Weren't they saying they're going to put a rock wall in for the kids area?
Maybe, but I don't think that happened.
No, okay. I remember that being a talk, because everyone thought it was, like so cool.
I still went there when the kids area had changed, and I still, like, helped out in there and was, like, had kids be quiet, and, like, I had a name tag for a while that I was, like, a helper in, but that was when I was fully, like, going to Sinclair, and, like, that was so after high school, early college, but not out of college yet. So that really was a long time ago when that all changed. But now it's just,
how long has it been since I've been there?
It's got to be a long time, girlfriend. Because I graduated in 2014. I think it was still the same when I graduated, but between 2014 to, like, 2018, it had finished sometime in there. Because 2018...
I mean, that probably checks out because I definitely haven't gone back since high school. And I don't think I even went back during, like, my senior...
And you're going to be 26 this year.
That's wild.
Yeah. I'll be 28, don't worry.
Is the hangar the same?
The hangar, as far as I know, is pretty much identical. I don't think they still do the kitchen stuff.
Well, they don't have the rust bucket?
Yeah, I don't think so. I could be wrong, though. I haven't been to that area in a long ass time.
I remember it was so cool when Mom and Dad would agree for us to stay afterwards to eat at the hangar.
I know. I'm pretty positive that it's not a working restaurant.
Wild.
Which I remember, like, I helped out with VBS a couple years, like.
And that's like where they did crafts and stuff. Was like in
crafts was in there, yeah, for sure. And this became a whole church.
This really did.
Church reminiscing.
We took a whole turn.
We really did, from The Bachelor to this. Man, that's wild.
Trip down memory lane. I don't even know how we landed here, but
I don't know
we
either.
sure did.
Anywho, churches be changing and life be changing and stuff.
It do. But I mean, I guess that is life. I guess it's change. But sometimes it's too dramatic for me.
That's a lot. It's just funny that that's what got brought up, and like neither of us have gone there in forever.
Forever, yeah.
Like I think the last time I was in there was for Delilah's christening, or that's not what they called it, but like
her
whatever.
Dedication.
Dedication, yeah. Because I didn't end up going to that service for this Christmas because I went to Adam's because he works it.
Right.
So the year prior, 2022 Christmas, I was at that Christmas service, but not 2023.
Yeah.
And her dedication would have had to be sometime last year. Because she was born last year.
That makes sense. That checks out.
Of course.
Of course.
Oh, wow. Well, we've definitely been talking for about an hour.
Yeah, we really took a turn, guys.
We did. We got content. We just got some more different than we thought we would. But
oh, yeah.
I mean, we talked about a little podcast recap. Talked about The Bachelor.
Did talk about The Bachelor.
And how I'm very excited for the new season. And I'm glad it's making you anxious. I hope you have fun.
Love that.
You need to be more anxious in your life.
Do I? I feel like everyone in my life would beg to differ.
Well, now you can be anxious about something that really does not impact you at all.
That's fair. Well, yeah. I get anxious about dumb stuff anyways.
Yeah, so this is fun.
Yeah.
So we talked about The Bachelor, very excited.
Talked about how Blake only uses cap locks.
Blake really is just being chaotic with his cap locks.
He's just chaotic in general, but the cap locks thing was too much.
That's really strange, yeah. Yeah, he needs to change that.
Yeah.
We talked about comedians for a little while.
We did talk about comedians for a little while.
Yeah.
Then, it's because we were talking about pure energy, I think is how we started on our spiral. And then we talked about church, our old church.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot.
Our
childhood church. You could say childhood church. That makes sense for us.
Church.
It is where we met.
It is.
So, we're thankful to that church.
We're thankful for that, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the reason why this relationship's a thing.
Hashtag extreme praise forever.
Oh my gosh. See, and I bet they don't even, do they even still do that?
No.
Do they do plays?
No.
See,
I couldn't tell you the last year something like that happened.
I used to love extreme
because
praise.
Dad wanted to stop. It was time for him to retire from it.
Understandable.
And then
he didn't have us, and we kind of were amazing.
I mean, I'm the star, remember?
God.
Whatever I said.
I remember. That was the funniest thing. It was.
I just don't remember that.
You did your solo, and the guy was like, that girl can really sing, and you're like, I know.
I know. That's like an iconic line for me. Like, I know.
And you said it and it was like during like the adult service, and it was like a full-fledged like mic drop. I know.
I wish that's something I remembered, because I don't, but I believe you. I fully.
It was so good.
Ugh.
It was like one of the first times where I was like, Jenna's got confidence, and I like it.
I do sometimes. I definitely did.
You
a
definitely,
lot.
But
in high school.
You don't let when like you don't have confidence show. Like I only know you as like super confident, like because of I mean, I don't know. You just always are like taking good pictures, liking the way that you look. Like I'm just
for the most part, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's something that I definitely am slightly envious of, majorly envious of.
Sure. Yeah, but you know, it's just how it looks sometimes. For sure.
I get that too.
Yeah.
I get that too.
Yeah. I feel like that was the recap though.
Yeah.
And then just reminiscing about how life once was.
Back in the day.
And now we're
back in the early 2000s.
We're old crones in our late 20s. Mid to late 20s. Mid to late. She's not as old as me.
I'm definitely mid.
I'm graying. You can see it if you zoom in. Man. Time, right?
Sucks.
Super fun.
Hey, time.
Anyway, let's have babies. And I think that's where we'll call it.
Anyways, let's do it. Oh man!
Oh,
I just have a little sip of that.
Well, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, that episode got away from us.
It got to an interesting place, but you know, hopefully this was fun background noise for you while you do your daily tasks.
Yes.
And we can keep you company.
Absolutely.
And thanks for watching
the Goofy Gals Chat.
We'll see y'all next time.